Hmm. Hi. Hi. Actually, in previous classes, we discussed about the database creations, insertion, deletion, and the rename of the changes. Okay, field names and table names. Okay. Uh, Last two classes we discussed about that. Okay. And previously, we see the mouse over elements. Like you see this mouse over elements. In that mouse over elements, we can discuss about mouse over move to element and right click option, double click option, and the drag and drop. Okay, see this we can discuss about these four. Okay, after that, what is build is a create an action and perform is complete an action. Okay, we discuss about that also. So here and now, we can discuss about actions versus action. So actions is a class. Okay, so here we can see that actions is a class and action is a interface. Okay, did you see this? So actions is a class, it is used to perform the mouse actions. Okay, and the action is a interface. Here you can use it to store the created actions. Okay, that is the difference between these two. And we can write one simple code here. Okay, so now we can see, open this path. Okay, wait. In that we can perform on July. Okay, see this. Here we can perform actions versus actions. Okay, so actions is a build method. Now it is used to create the method, and action is a perform method. It is used to complete the method. Okay, so here we can write WebDriver elements and previous actions. Double click. We can see this here. I can copy this one. Okay, and paste it here. First of all, we launch one browser. So the browser is SwingJit. Okay, SwingJit. See this demo. Okay, I can copy this browser. Okay, first run this. Okay, and I can copy this. Okay, I can run here. Okay, see here. I can run this. It displays like this. Okay, in this browser we can perform an actions. Okay, remove this browser name. See here, I can remove this and I can paste the. Okay, next I can remove this one. So here what we can do, first of all, we launch one browser and after that we can launch one application and then maximize the application. Okay, so we can perform three operations here. Now I can write here, okay, identify the element. So how do I identify the element? Okay, so in that button we can identify that element. See here, right click on this. Okay, right click on this, it is not performed. Okay, right click on this, it is not performed. That's why we can write, okay, inspect here. Okay, cursor over this. Okay, cursor over this, you can see that. Okay, see here, it is okay, demo slash, and next this is user list, and this is right click on me. Okay, in that, see here, one span class is there. Okay, copy this test. Okay, copy this test. Now control F. Okay, we can identify the element path. So we can create one path here. So the path name is what? Span. Okay, so span, open braces, text. Okay, equal to single quotes, right click on. See here, it is selected or not? Okay, selected. That's fine. I can copy this path and paste into here. So here see, and driver dot find element. Can write this driver dot find element by dot xpath here. Okay, I can path the settings with xpath. In that we can double quotes. We can write this. Okay. So see here. So find elements returns what? Okay. Find elements returns what? Web element. Okay. That's why we can write here web element. Web element. Okay. Web element is. So in that web element, I can store this into one variable. The variable name is button. button. Okay. Button. I can import it here. Wait. Mm, Import the web element. And again, it shows error. Why? Why it shows error means here one bracket is not closed. That's why it shows error. Okay. Again, it shows error. Why? Syntax error. Something syntax error it shows. What is the syntax error? Say, okay, I can copy this. I can create one new class. control C. So I can create one new class. What is this class name? So action. So I can remove this. Okay, ACT, and I can delete this. Okay. Okay, I can delete the file. Continue. Okay. Now I can create one new class. See here. Create one new class. So the class name is like okay, MB1. So create like this, MB1. Okay. I can click the checkbox public stat button and finish it here. So in that we can paste the program. Okay. So error will be gone. Okay. See it. Now. So after that we can perform an action. See this. Here, if you right click on this, it is performs one action. Okay, we cannot go over mouse pointer on this. It is not click any action. So that's why we can click one action here. So that's why we can create actions class. So action equal to, okay, new actions. In that we can pass parameter. We can pass one parameter. Okay, so parameter, and after here, see this. So here, import this actions class. Okay, import this over on the cursor here. Okay, here import options ask. Okay, you can remove. Sorry, parameter name is driver here. Sorry, driver is one parameter. Okay, so now creating an action and storing into a variable. It is possible or not? See here. So creating an action. Okay, and storing into a, okay, into a variable. See here. So action class. Okay, in action class. So I can create actions completed. Okay, that's why we can create here action. So action. See, it is asking import files. See, action, my action. This is the variable name. And when I create one action dot, okay, context click. So in that context click, you can see we can pass what button. So button is in there in that previous identify element button dot what we can build the button. Okay, see this. So we can cover cursor on this import action button. Okay, and after that we can completing here we can creating an action. Now we can complete an action. Okay, we can completing an action. Okay, we can completing or performing an action here. So that's why, see, the variable name is what? My action is the variable name. So that's why my action, okay, my action that perform. We can complete the action. Okay, see here, I can save this file. Okay, and run it. Wait, it's loading. The browser is launched or not. Now we can see this. First browser launched to maximum. Okay, right click is perform or not? Perform. The actions will be created here. Okay, there is no error. See this. Okay, right click is working. So that is there is no errors here. You can perform actions on that action. Okay, so now we discuss about new topics. See here. So keyboard action. Okay, see the keyboard action. What is the keyboard action? Open link in the new tab. See here, control+C, copy. Okay, and paste here. Set is not allowed into index, so that's why. Okay, so get method is not available in that set collection. So convert the set to into list. Okay, directly get is not possible. From set to get directly not available or not possible. So that's why we can convert set into list. After that we can perform get option. Okay, that is the already this is discussed in previous classes. Okay, now keyboard actions are there are 4 types of keyboard actions is there. So that 4 types are, okay, that 4 types are, see here. Control C. What is Control C? Select the text. Control A, select the text. Control C, select the text. Copy the text. Tab, shift the text. Okay, and second shift to second tab. Okay, Control V means paste the text. Okay. We can perform these actions. Okay, it is working or not. Now we can see here. We can compare. We can take one compare tab. Okay. See here, I can close this. Now go to HTTPS. Okay, column / test compare. Okay, test hyphen COMPARE test compare dot. Compare. Write this. See this. This is the test compare. So now I can write one method. Okay, one name here. Okay, automation. See here, automation I can write here. So if you, okay, I can copy this to here to paste here. Okay, I can copy from this place to this checkbox. Okay, so now what is the action? First of all, we can mouse pointer we can be over on this and copy the text, control C, and after that we can paste it here. Okay, so this here control A means we can select all the text. See here, this is the options, control A. What is control A? Select the text. After that we can copy the text, control C, and after that we can tab one place to another place, this place to this first text box to another text box. Okay, tab here, and after that we can paste the text. What is the paste action? Control V. See here, we can press, okay, we can press control, we can press control. See here, we can press key down option is a press. Key down is used for what? Press. Okay, and the key up is used for release. Okay, key down is used for press and key up is used for release. So what is the difference between these two? First of all, control A, if you control on A, if you control on C, if you tab on tab, and if you control on V. So see here, first you can control, first option here we can use the down. So it is control A means it is down for, okay, it is down, key down, it is a key down. Now after that we can select control A, okay, and paste it here means it is key up. Okay, copy is control. Okay, control first one is okay, key down is used for press and key up is used for release. Okay, that's why we can use in between this key up and key down. Okay, key down and key up we can pass the send keys. That's why we can send keys. What we can pass? Select the text. So that's why we can use select A. Okay, so now we can write this. It is working or not, you can check this. Okay, automatically we can paste. So that's why we can create one new class. The class name is what? Okay, the class name is keyboard. Okay, K E C. What performs keyboard actions we can perform here. Okay, keyboard action. That's why I can write the class name is KB1. So after click the checkbox, publish stat void string args and finish it. If you finish this, so the same actions, the three options are same. See here, WebDriver method driver get. Okay, URL only one URL is changed. Okay, I can change that URL. Okay, that's why you can erase this URL line and copy the URL from where we can run it. Okay, I can copy this, control C, and I can paste it here in between the quotations. Okay, so paste it here now. So first what? I can identify the element here. Okay, I can identify the element here. So that's why. So that's why. See here. This is first I can use this. Okay, here we can write the test. Okay, here we can write this. That's why we can right click on this and inspect element. See this. There's so many tests will be, okay, paste version of this. And the text name is what? Input text one. Okay, I can copy the ID. Input text one. Then I can paste the ID input text one. Okay, I can copy this. Okay, I can copy this. See here, what is this test tags? Okay, I can select this test area. So that's why we can write the code here. See this. So now we can driver dot identify the objects here. We can first of all what? We can identify the, okay, identify the object and enter the text. Identify the object and enter the text. So that's why we can write here. Okay, driver dot what? Find element. Driver dot find element. By dot we can go through ID, not path. Why means see here. See here. We can select what? Input text ID, input text one. This is different, but the class names and all are same. The only ID will be changed here. That's why I can select ID. So input test one. Okay. Here we can see this. Okay, input test one. I can close this is running browser. So by dot id. Okay. See here by dot. Okay. ID is what? Input text is the ID. Okay. So here input text is the ID. And in that input text, we can pass the send keys, right? Dot send keys. So send keys what? Type any text. Okay. I can type the text automation. Okay. I can type the text automation. Okay. See here. Here we cannot identify any element. That's why we already here we can pass the send keys. If you not the pass the send keys, so web element will write here and store it in that one variable. After that, we can system dot use that printer and use that through pass the send keys. Okay, there is another method like. So now we can select. Okay, I can pass the automation into this checkbox. Okay, this checkbox I can pass it. Okay, after what I can do here, automation will be passed here. Now we can select the automation. Select means what? Control A is the select. Okay. That's why I can write here. See this. Select the, okay. Select the test. What? Control. Select the test. Control A. Okay. Select the test. Control A. It is working or not? See here. Mm, okay. Before we can select the test, what is we can pass the action. Okay. We can pass the actions. So that's why I can create an action. Action is what? Actions. Action is a class, is a variable name, and a new create for object. So actions is a constructor. In that constructor, we can pass the parameter that is called driver. Okay. See here, actions we can input here. Import on actions. Okay. Now actions, action dot. So action dot first we can use the key down. Okay. In that key down, okay, we can keys what? Can keys control. Okay. C O N T R O L control. We can select the control keys. Dot we can send keys what? Here we can pass the send keys A. Okay. A select. So that's why you can write this A. So first control C is control A is over. Okay. After that control A. Okay. After that control A, we can release the control A. So first of all, we can press the control A. So this next we can release the control A. So that's why I can write key down, key down. Okay, key up here. So wait, dot. Okay, key, key up. Here we can keys what? Keys dot. Here you can pass the control keys. Now, so here we can pass build, creating an action. Here we can create one action. Wait. Control dot build build and we can perform an action and we can complete one action. See this here. 5 minutes. Wait here. See here. Okay. I can control this. Control A will be performed now. So for here we can write copy the test. So that's why copy the test. Control what? Control C is copy the test. Control C is copy the test. That's why we can write this. Again control C and paste it here. Okay. So here we can keys down what? Control C. Okay. And keys up. and bulletin perform. Okay, after that we can write tab. Okay, and tab. So C tab what? Shift to second tab. Okay, shift to second tab here. So here we can perform these actions. See here, I can copy this and paste it here. Okay, perform on tab actions. So that's why I can remove this. Is what? Tab. Okay, here also is got tab, but in that we cannot pass any send keys. Okay, here we cannot pass any send keys. Only keys down, keys up. Only press and release here. Okay, so I can remove these two dot. Okay, you can keys down and keys up. So next what? I can paste the automation into another checkbox. So that's why here paste the paste the text. Okay, paste the text means what? Control plus V to paste the text. So here we can use this action. See here, in this we can pass V paste element. See here, first one what? So copy the text. So copy that. First select the text. Select the text is the one action. That's why you can create actions class. In that actions class, if you enter automation here, first what? Press down. Okay, you can press control. So that's why keys down is okay down. If you press means what? If you in that keyboard the button is down. That's why you can press down. First down. Okay, so you can choose control A, the press down, and after that press down, we can select all. That's why we can use the okay send. We can pass the send keys A. In that press down, we can see what release. If you release that, if you can write this code. Okay, you can write keys release. Okay, control A release. That's why. Okay, what you release, control will be released. Okay, that's why you can write his and perform an action and complete an action. Okay, create an action and complete an action. And after that, we can again press down, control C, copy. So that's why you can release the control and after create an action and complete an action. And again tabs. Okay, here we can only write. Okay, here we can only press control tab. So if you click control tab, a tab button, so tab will be goes to another folder. Okay, another folder. So that's why we can write the keys. Okay, you can press the key down and you can press the key up. Okay, then you can create an action and then perform an action. So see here, in that same way, okay, what is down? If you click down and if you press any button, then in that keyboard, the keyboard, okay, in that buttons are down, go to down. So that's why press down, key down. Okay, after key down, we can click control and then we can paste it here, control V. And again, you can release the control. So that's why you can use like this. Okay, then create an action. After that, perform an action and complete an action. Okay, see this code, it is running or not. Now we can select this and run it. See here, browser launched and after that it is maximize that. Okay, this is maximize the browser. See, wait. It takes some time. Why means it performs control A action, B action, C action. So maximize will be completed. See here, automation comes here and automation comes here. Okay, it is working or not. So control select first and then copy and go to tab next tab and you can paste the control automation. Okay, this is working. Okay, if you go like another one, see here in Serenum code. See here. So here we can only press control plus another button. Okay, here control shift and next A. Okay, that's why we can pass first what? Control. So the control. Next again keys down what? Shift. So key shift will be also keys down. And after we can send the keys A. First release what? Shift release. And after that control release. Here first come last serve. Okay, here first come last serve. So that's why control goes first and the control goes out last. Okay, control goes first and control went out last here. And again, we can perform an golden action and then perform an action. Okay, see here. First control down and after that shift down. Okay, after that send keys A and after that shift will be up and after that control will be up. Okay, this is the process. You can follow this process. Okay, so next, see here, enter key also same. So key down, if you press enter, the key will be down here. Okay, and then again you will okay, remove your hand and the key will be up. Okay, that's why you can enter will be displayed like this. Create an action and after that perform an action. Okay, next get tooltip test from web element. Okay, get tooltip test. Actually, here we can go for with flipkart.com and you can write that same like flipkart.com. Okay, https colon okay www.flipkart.com. So this is the site. See here, if you click on okay, actually in previous class it is not working. So now I can check this. Okay, so actually previous class 2 days back it is the features are not working. That's why I remove that class. I can perform the class in that next session. I will explain detailedly. Okay, so see here, if you over cursor on this card, so it shows what card is a tool. Okay, card is a tooltip. Okay, if you cursor over on the become seller, it shows what become seller. Okay, see this become seller small will be the symbol right handed symbol become a seller. So it is a tooltip. So it is working or not. Now we can check this. Okay, so first of all we can create one new class. Okay, I can create one new class. Right click on this Jula and create new class. So what is the class name here? So class name is tooltip. That's right, triple T E X T. Okay. So next public static void main string args and finish here. So new class will be opened. So same, this previous three will be same. WebDriver, launch browser, launch the application, and the maximize options are same. That's why I can remove this. Okay, I can paste it here. The URL will be changed here. We can see this. Okay, this is the URL. I can copy this URL. Okay, and paste it here. Okay, and paste it here. Then now, so see the cart. Okay, next identify the element. Actually here identify the object. Okay, identify the element and object here. Okay, identify the element. Okay, so see here. So browser will be open in that right click. Okay, right click on this inspect. See here. Okay, what is this cart? Cart will be displayed or not? So see this. This is what anchor tag. This contains any name and ID? No, it contains one class, but here you can use href. So that's why I can write the path here. So double slash a, okay, text equal to what? Cart. Okay, C-A-R-T, cart is the text. It is selected or not? Okay, see here, yellow color will be displayed. It is selected. So that's why I can copy this and write here. What? Driver dot find element. In that find element, we can write the path. Okay, I can write the X path, double quotations. I can paste it here, control V. Okay, quotations closed. Now, see here, I can directly, okay, get the text. So get the text what? Cart. So that's why you can apply here, get text method. Okay, see here, get text returns what? Get text returns one string. Okay, if you not type like this, okay, it returns what? Web element. Okay, if you write, okay, if you write the code get method here, okay, it shows string value returns. That's why you can write here string. So what is that string name? It is a tooltip. So that's why you can write the variable name as tooltip. I can store this variable into this string. Okay, now what we can print this. Okay, that's why you can use system.out.println method. So here we can write tooltip Tooltip is the what? Variable name. Okay. You can write like this. So run this. Okay. Save this file and run it once. Here it is running. Okay. Maximize it. Okay. See here. Cart will be displayed in the console or not? See here. Cart will be the test. Cart is running. The test will be displayed in the console. So same like you can write the wait. Same like you can write become a seller. So that's why you can write what? Right click on this and inspect element. Okay. See here. Okay. Become an element. Okay. Copy this. Become a seller and copy this text. Okay. So now I can create one path here. Okay. Double slash a. Okay. I can write text. Okay. Equal to single quotes. I can close become seller here. See this. Select or not? Selected. Okay. I can save this path. Okay. And run. Remove this remove this one and I can paste it here. Okay. See here. I can paste it here. So see this. It is running or not. Okay. Launch it. So launch means what? First browser will be launched and after that maximize the window. Okay. Become seller is running. See here. How it know? You know in the console. See here. This it will be printed in the console. Become a seller. That's why it is running. Okay. I can write this. I can close this one. I can close this one also. Okay. So see here. Actually, if you write like this, the code is perfectly wrong. If you write like this, the code is perfectly wrong. Same in previous program, I can change here expert. So if you open Flipkart page, if you open Flipkart page like this, if you cursor, so first of all, what? Your mouse on the cursor, Okay, here one action will be appeared. So see here, if you directly cart will not open, directly cart will not shows any tooltip. So okay, if you over the mouse point cursor on the card, it shows what tooltip here. One action is performs. So that's why we can write one action here. Okay, in that actions we can write this code. Okay, so mouse cursor on the card, it will be displays the tooltip. Here we can use action, that is mouse over actions here. Mouse over actions. Okay, if you cannot Okay, if you not move the mouse cursor on the card, it will not display anything. So okay, without mouse over, tooltip is not coming. Okay, with mouse over only, the tooltip will be coming here. So that's why we can write the code same like see here. Okay, I can create one new class. In previous classes, I can close it here. Close, 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 close. Okay, double click also I can close. See here, I can write one new class. Create one new class. The class name is triple text 2. Okay. See. Finish or not? Okay, test one not created, but I can test. You can go for test. See here. Same like previous one. I can copy these all. Okay, all code. Control C and paste it here. Same code. The continue copied and pasted here. Here you can see. Okay, directly getting test is wrong. Why means if you cursor on the tooltip, that's why it will be displayed. There we can perform one action. After that, it can be displayed. So that's why I can remove the get test here. Okay, I can remove the get test here. I can remove this one also. So here what? See. See this. So in here, find element returns what? Web element. That's why we can write web element here. Web element. Okay, after web element, we can write what? Cart is a variable. I can store this into variable and web element can be imported here. Okay. See. Here we can perform an action. So that's why I can create actions space action equal to new actions. So in that action, we can pass the parameter driver. Okay. Same. Import the actions class. Okay. Import the actions class. See here. So first of all, action dot What? Mouse over actions means what? We can use move to element. Okay. Move to element. Element, what is the web element name? Cart. The cart will be displayed here. After that, we can create an action build, and then we can perform an action. We can complete an action, perform. Okay. So now we can get the test. Okay, now we can get the test. I can copy this one. Okay, I can get the test. Why means if this method is running or not, so I can know with the text. Okay, that's why get text. See here, get test. Get test returns what? String. So that's why I can write here string. string string. So I can store this into one variable tooltip. Okay. See here tooltip. So now I can print it. So that's why we can print it here. System.out.println. So we can print tooltip. See here. So first of all, we can launch the browser, and after that we can launch the application. Okay. Then we can maximize the window. Okay. Next, identify the element. What element? Become a seller element. It shows tooltip or not. So that's why it returns what web element. Okay. We can store into the variable. Web element is cart. Okay. After that, we can perform a mouse over actions. Mouse over actions. First, we can create one actions class, and after that we can apply on actions like move to element, and we can apply on what? Okay, web element. So we can apply on web element. So that's why we can write the cart here variable name. And after that, we can create an action, and then we can complete an action. Okay, after complete action, it will be over. But how the tester knows? So get test ID returns. So that way tester knows that it will be performed or not. So that's why you can write the same element with get test. So get test returns what? String is here. Get test returns one string. So okay, I can store into the variable name is tooltip. Okay, then we can print this tooltip. So now save the file and run it once. Okay, it returns it returning become a seller or not. See this. Okay, become a seller. So you can write the code like this. This is the correct. Actually, previous code is completely wrong. Previous code directly you can access this method. This is completely wrong. That's why you can create one action method. Okay, an action class, and after that we can perform an actions into that. Okay, we can pass the parameters like this. Okay. If you write like this also, already these elements will be stored into the cart. Okay. Already this element will be stored into the class cart. Then remove this. Okay. You can't write like this. This is 2 times. So that way cart will be displayed here. See this. Okay. This is what cart. Okay. This returns also same output. So I can close this. The path can be stored into cart already. So that's why I can use from the cart. Okay, then you can write like this. Browser will be launched, and after that the page will become here. Okay, become a seller will be output will be displayed in the console. You can perform same like example 2. Okay, brand Apple can perform like this. Okay, so brand Apple, and Apple contains what? Actually, if you can launch the Flipkart site, and after launching the Flipkart site, okay, if you go for the electronics, and in that electronics, see here. So in that electronics, what? Okay, in the electronics, you can check the, okay, wait, peripherals. Okay, in the electronics, we will go for peripherals. After that, we can go for Apple checkbox. Okay, electronic peripherals. See here, peripherals. Okay, if you click on this, computer peripherals will be open. In that click, okay, create one Apple. Okay, Apple is a test box. Okay, you can apply the actions on this Apple. Okay, same like. See here. So next important topic is what? JavaScript executor. Okay, JavaScript executor. It is another topic. Okay, we can see this in next class. Okay, thank you.